those damn horrible moments. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video on my MS belly aching. I read some things and it kind of encouraged me to just let some people out there know that they're not alone. Nobody likes a shit sandwich. I've had to eat a shit sandwich a couple times, and some were, I didn't have a choice, and some I had a choice in some kind of way, and most of the time people just give you a shit sandwich to munch on. Could be understandable, I guess. I read some stuff on here that encouraged me to make this video, and the stuff I had read, I felt bad for the person. I felt kind of sad for the person because I've been there before and I know what it's like. They were talking about you could be having a happy moment, doing your thing, and all of a sudden, bam, your brain gets hit with this memory that you didn't want there, like you didn't ask for it. And that memory builds and it reminds you of all the yucky shit for some reason. I know when it happens to me, my brain goes through a lot of memories I don't want. And I kind of wanted to just put the shout out there that I came across something that helps. It doesn't make it disappear, it just helps a little bit. And those moments are going to come. You're going to be feeling totally normal and everything's going to be happy, go lucky, whatever, and all of a sudden, bang, this memory or a thought of a certain person or what they did to you hits you, and it just kind of like dissolves every ounce of thinking that you had going. Then before you know it, all your thoughts are consumed about this person or whatever happened. And I did just notice some things that, number one, that's normal. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again. Then after that, it's probably gonna happen again. And those memories come, and what I learned for myself is maybe it's something you saw, maybe it's something someone said, and it might not have happened at that moment. Maybe it happened earlier in the day. Maybe it happened yesterday, and it was something your brain saw, your ears heard, or maybe your brain even formulated this memory on its own. Who knows? But it hits you. That just seems to be how the mind works for me anyway. I kind of wanted to let you know that, number one, actually first and foremost, it's okay, man. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel bad about yourself. It's okay to feel like you're not worth it. Yeah, of course, it's not good to think like that. And that's what brings me on to the next thing, whatever. But just know that it's okay. It's normal. And just because you're sad doesn't mean that doesn't change. So what I did notice is the first thing is when I feel really bad and I'm thinking about, typically it's a woman, sorry, I don't mean to say it like that, but say I'm thinking of this relationship and what happened and this, that, or whatever, and like I thought a certain thing and it wasn't right and things were happening differently. That's that moment. This is literally kind of, well, I don't say it to myself, but my brain thinks it to myself, is that tomorrow's another day. You might be crazy sad right now, but you're not gonna be like that forever. This is me talking to myself, of course. Sure enough, maybe later on in that day or the next day when the sun comes up, I do think different. Maybe I'm even happy. Maybe I'm thinking of something totally different. So just know that you're in the moment, and that particular moment is sad. And something I notice is all moments pass. Yeah, sitting through those thoughts suck. There is nothing nice about it. You think about what you lost and what you could have had or something like that. It's like, yeah, my brain thinks of both. I think of like my losses and like woulda, coulda, shoulda type shit or something. I don't know. I just noticed that my brain formulates this alternative future, and you could go live there if you want to. It makes you feel good. I particularly don't like it. I like to say, hey, you know what? This shit's fake. This ain't real. That's just me, though. Then there's the hardest step. I don't do this all the time either, because sometimes you feel so well. Sometimes I feel so freaking sad, man. I just gotta lay down. Like it literally. Well, yeah, I'm sick as hell, but the feelings that I feel severely affect me. And if I am able to, when this moment hits, I immediately try to like force myself to think of something or do an activity or something that takes my mind off this, which leads me to the next kind of thing, which is reinvent yourself. And when you go disabled, you learn a lot about reinventing yourself. You don't have to be disabled. You could just be a whatever person. You just feel like you need something new. So maybe try to reinvent yourself. And what I've learned for myself in my journey is indulgence would be the best word I can come up with. Like, all right, hobbies, for example. I mean, I don't list 5 hobbies, but say 5 hobbies, right? There's 5 hobbies I can pick from. I'll pick 3 of them to do, no matter what. Whether I like them, whether I don't like them, I would just do those. And maybe like 3 months seems to be like my time frame. I don't make it the full 3 months, but say I put a 3 month thing on it, and I do this particular hobby every single week for a certain amount of hours. I predetermine all this in my brain. Maybe it's an hour a week, maybe it's 2 hours a week, but I dedicate some time to this particular hobby. Maybe I don't like that hobby. Maybe that hobby sucks. What happens is me actually engaging in this hobby, this is all hypothetical, of course. It makes me think of something else. Like, I'll be, oh, this kind of sucks, but you know what would be cool if I did this? Now, that right there is an idea. And where I would change is see if you can morph that idea into some kind of reality. So it's like reinventing a part of yourself. It's not like you don't change personalities or anything like that. That's actually pretty stupid. Don't even fall for that. But start doing something and dedicate some time to it. What that does is that opens up other doors, shows you what dedication is like, shows you what being disciplined is like. It's like, oh, why don't you come do this? Oh, no, I can't. I have to put in an hour of this. Now that's dedication, that's discipline. You can ask a lot of my friends. There were a lot of times I could have gone out and did something totally different, but I went to the punching bag and I trained my ass off. That's why I got so good. Anything that you accumulate some time doing, you're gonna get better at it. It's just whatever. Like, for example, behind me, I love growing my own medicine, and that didn't just like land in my lap. I had to move for it. There was other avenues. If you remember, I used to make a lot of pictures and stuff about making models, and then it was like whittling, and I loved it and that kind of stuff. And I was looking at the craft, so that's where I was a little different. Like, yeah, making a model, yeah, I'm whittling wood or whatever, and those are hobbies in themselves, and they take a particular technique to accomplish those. But my brain wasn't there. My brain was looking at kind of like the craft, like, oh, I'm being crafty, I'm making something, I'm actually creating something. So that's where my brain was. I wasn't necessarily focused on, oh, I'm making model or I'm whittling wood. It's like, hey, I'm taking something from nothing and I'm making something. That's the best feeling, when you take nothing and you make something. Doesn't always work like that though. You got to put the time in, and as I started putting time in, I started losing disabilities. I'm sorry, I started losing abilities. So I kept going, and all of a sudden, boom! Now I'm growing my own medicine, and I love it, man. You know, there's a certain passion behind this. So it's not just like a hobby. Yeah, you can get into a hobby, but just stay open for something that is interesting your brain. So when these bad moments happen, and they're gonna continue to happen, and they continue with me, I'm in no special boat that I feel amazing all the time. No, feel like I feel horrible and bad. So it's kind of like I want to feel bad. I don't want to feel horrible. If that makes any sense to you whatsoever. So be patient with yourself. Understand that you're in that moment right then and there, and there's nothing you could do about that. If you choose to, try to make yourself constructive. I listen to podcasts and I educate myself on this plant. So there's always that. I always have that in my back pocket. No matter how sad I am, I'll push play and I'll watch a video that will help me educate myself further in being a better grower. If I don't do that, I start to want to lay down. I don't want to deal with the world. Everything is mad. I'm just like, fuck everything, and nothing good comes of that. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you took something from it, or whoever out there that needed to see this. It happens to be Mother's Day, and I kind of wanted to put that shout out there too. Happy Mother's Day if you are a mama, and if you're not a mama, because I know some friends that wish they were a mama, but they can't be a mama for whatever medical reasons. And I just want to let you know that somebody out there loves you. Somebody out there is thinking of you hardcore. That's just the way it is. So thanks for watching my video. Until next time.